Hi everybody, I'm just going to put a little bit of music on, even though we've got the beautiful horses riding by. Cling, 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 always a beautiful sound when you're healing over these years. Beautiful sound. Just going to go and grab some water, won't be a moment. Welcome everybody. There's a few people on. Welcome. 62 beautiful souls, welcome. How are you all doing? So I put a couple of videos out this morning. Could you just give me a sound check? 1, 2, 1, up, 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 up. If you could just do that, up, 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 up. Get on me, please. Just kidding. So I put a couple of videos out there. Yes, thank you so much. Hi. So I put 2 videos out there this morning. A lot of people are starting to get confused. So what I found that on this StreamYard, which I bought and paid for, gives me the option to save the videos, which I didn't even realize. So I just thought it was StreamYard. You just streamed it out there and put the message out and then it's gone. Then there's a button that says videos. And I went, oh, I'll see what that is as an old man at 55 years old. Click it. Oh, all the videos come up of all the interviews. So Nico was so happy because his video was taken down by YouTube. So I started uploading them again. I'm on 0 strikes now. That 90 days is over. So that means that I've no more strikes, no more slap on the wrist. But obviously, I believe that the shadow banning continues. I think the only way the shadow banning would stop is if I had a pedophile account. Then they would publicize it and share it everywhere, and I would definitely get no restrictions there. As we know that 100% we know that this is a pedophile company. Instagram is now being caught red-handed. They're pedophiles all over Instagram. So yes, if you are evil, if you do the bidding of the devil, of Lucifer, I'm not religious, but if you do the bidding of darkness, then you will find that you will be rewarded in this cesspit. So there's some bright lights in this cesspit world. A lot of them was taken out, for sure. They were taken out. I'm lucky enough to be one of them that have kind of boxed clever around it. Yes, I lost my Facebook account, but that was me being, okay, I lost that account. Be smart now, Mark, and don't lose the rest of accounts, and get your message out there in the thick of the darkness and the cesspit that is called Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So we do try and produce some good light there and good content. So what I did is I clicked that button and I saw all these videos, and I got super excited because a lot of people who follow me are my age and over, right? I just noticed, like, they're not all 16, 18-year-olds. I only have maybe 5 or 6% of them. The rest of the people who watch my videos are anywhere between 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So a lot of us don't really have that mindset of learning the phone, the computer, because we weren't in school with computers. So I realized that a lot of my beautiful friends who come to watch my videos didn't even know that there's a live button that you can click. They just thought, oh, well, you click on that when it's live. But actually, when you click on the live button, it shows you all the videos that I've made, which many people don't watch them. So made sense. I got all these videos. All I need to do is take them straight over to YouTube platform, upload them as a normal daily video. So people get a little bit confused. Hi, Mark. Oh, this is great. It's brilliant live. You know, it's not a live, it's a recording, but it doesn't matter. The information's what's important. And so that, I think that's great. So I've been uploading a few of them videos every week, and I'm really pleased about that. And people are getting to see the information, because that's all that's important, not me, the information. So, and on a side note, talking about information, I gotta say this. I was a bit perplexed by the amount of messages I got with the video I did with Laura. Why is it that you never say anything in the chat room, or why is it you never say anything on the comments? Why do you have to come at the back and start niggling at me? You know, for all those, I haven't answered your message for this reason. Probably because I'm like, find it strange, find it very strange. It's almost like a program being thrown at me. You know, that a kind of brainwashing again of this non-understanding of life and how life is, you know, the many fruits of life, the many understandings of life. Your perspective is different from yours, even though you come to the same conclusion, or your healing is different from your healing, but you come to the same place of healing. Why would anybody consider the fact that I interviewed somebody who has her own teaching practice, who shares her own teaching method, be a violation against Pure Energy Healing Academy? Why? There's so many people in this world that heal every day, and they have their own unique ways. And, you know, to be upset, and I scratch my head and think, you've learned Pure Energy Healing. You've come and you've learned Pure Energy. You've spent 4 days, and an intensive 4 days of a download to understand Pure Energy Healing. What is on the final day, what is the most profound thing that I used to say? When you become a healer, never ever feel or think that your clients are yours. They're not your clients. They don't belong to you. You are not the owner or the keeper of your clients. So when somebody says they fear, when they say what they say, it's instantly obvious that they fear that somebody else could shine maybe brighter, that may have some information that you didn't know, and all of a sudden now you feel unvalidated as a healer. I mean, on that final day, I say, you see this street up here, all the way up this street. If everybody came to you up this street, you could live a happy life and make enough money to feed your family, have food, and have holidays and enjoy yourself, just that street. So why would it be that you fear anybody else stealing your clients when you have 8 billion people out there, possible clientele? You don't own anybody. And I will continue to share beautiful souls in this world who shine their own unique light. And just on a final point, the Pure Energy Healing Academy is an academy where we always say that this is the beginning of your spiritual journey. I don't care about anybody else's program and how they teach and what they do. This is the way we teach. This is what we share. This is how we guide. We guide so you are an open, beautiful flower that blossoms and is able to flow in any direction, go in any way, and whatever you want to do. The Pure Energy Healing Academy is, to me, the fundamental basis, or let's say the grounding tools that help you elevate to whatever platform, whatever level, whatever stage, whatever uniqueness that you want to be. So, hi, how are you? This is what I've learned in my healing technique in 20 years. There's a full table of 50,000 products. None of them worked for me, but these 10 over here worked for me really well. So I'm going to show you what worked for me well. You take what you want from that and see all them 10,000 products, give them a try as well if you want. Okay. Now here's the way I started healing. I sat here and I heal people over there. So I sat and sent healing that far. Through the years, I got closer and closer till I now heal this way. This is how I heal, but let's see how you feel as you heal. How does that feel? When I've finished, you've got the strength and the confidence to know that you are a healer in the Pure Energy Healing Academy, which is vitally important to me. I give you no set rules. I don't tell you on and off symbols. I don't give you any suggestion of what works and what doesn't, but I do encourage you to try all methods. After you've done that and you've realized your client's got up and she feels like incredible, she says, I've never felt like this before, then you realize that you've just healed this person. Once you realize you've healed that person, then you can walk out of that door knowing that you've spent 4 days here without me saying a goddamn word after the first day. You've worked on clients every single day. You've brought them in, opened the door, you've given them a hug, you've asked them to go to the toilet if they need to go to the toilet, you've lovingly taken their coat, you've laid them down, you've given them a full hour healing session, you've waited till they feel good and they're up, you've not really said anything, you've given them a cuddle, if they needed to talk to you, you listened, and then you give them a kiss and they cried and they say, thank you for what you've just done to me, they walk out of the door. So you've spent 4 days and you've run an academy on your own. You girls have done this on your own. So don't you ever say that you cannot run a healing academy on your own because you've just done it. That is the Pure Energy Healing Academy way. On the last day, I also say where you go from here and what you do from here and what you learn and grow from is entirely up to you. There is no right or wrong as long as you don't cause harm to another, as long as you know inside your heart that what you're doing and how you react and how you behave to your client as we did in these 4 days, lovingly kind, no force, no telling people when to come back, no or any of that. Just let it be and let the work be done. Now, some of you have said that I brought this lovely girl on and this technique seems more powerful than pure energy healing. I'm in bewilderment that people still take upon this word as something being more powerful than others. It was a conversation. It was a conversation. And it was, I thought, extremely interesting. And we both came from our own unique way. But at the end of the day, only thing that's important is your client getting up and feeling better for however long they felt better for. So again, I come to the point where those who sent me a message, the simple question is, are you still looking for something outside of you that you cannot find within you? I didn't look at Laura as if she was competition. I didn't look at Laura as if she was better than me or worse than me. I looked upon this lovely soul as a human being shining a light with her spiritual armor, just like you, no matter who you are, knowing that we are doing our best, no matter how we point out how we feel. And the fact that we have differences of thoughts and feelings and opinions has got nothing to do with anything. I can easily have said to Laura at any point in that conversation, oh, I disagree with that. That's not right. Who am I to say that? Just like who is she to say to me? She wouldn't, because we all know that we just touch a surface of what this healing is about and what. That's why I said to her, I don't know hardly anything about this work, even though I've been doing it for 20 years. Is that insulting to pure energy healers? Is that saying, oh, well, he's not good enough, I shouldn't learn from him? I find it so hierarchical. What's that word? Hierarchy. Energy, thought, process. And it breaks my heart. My thoughts on light and dark is that there is light and dark. That's my belief system. Who am I to say to Laura, if she says she believes that darkness, that ultimately there is light in that darkness, so we have to remind them. I don't come from that angle. I come from the angle is I know that's darkness, and the only way I can heal that darkness is by sending light into that darkness, so the darkness dispels and disappears. And then my client gets up, starts crying, and say it's gone. Okay, it's gone then. Do you think it's going to come back? I have no idea. All I know is that throughout the years I've done this, it's almost like planting a seed of light inside you. And now it's up to you to hold on to that seed of light so that light shines in you. And how you do that is how you eat, drink, your thoughts, your feelings, and anybody who starts to upset you, that's the point what you have to heal. So whether she believes that darkness is light, ultimately inside, that there's nothing wrong with that belief system, because the only thing that's important, and if she does talk to demonic entities, that's fine. I was like, wow, I couldn't talk to them, because when I did, for me, it was all cunning and dirty and trickster. I could feel there was no love there. It was just, this is pure evil. So there's no point talking to pure evil, just like it's no point talking to somebody who's religious, who won't budge from that. Forget it. What's the point? So, but some people might think that there is a point. Some people might say, well, listen, I did talk to it and it believed, and then it changed from darkness to light. I don't know. But to point a finger at me after doing that interview saying, why are you bringing people on who are not pure energy healers? And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that you can't, I mean, well, there's a lot of pure energies. There's over 3,000, and I might have only had 15 or 20 messages, but I just, it breaks my heart that you can't embrace other people's understanding. And it's almost like, have we become a cult? Have we become a cult ourselves? Can we not be free to express? Pure energy healing it states there, whatever you do in your path now, embrace all forms and techniques, but just remember the foundations of pure energy healing, which is do no harm, don't force your stuff, don't frighten your client, and if you want to talk to your client, fine, you enter into another form of healing. But this is how I did it. And however you do it, I do it. And the only thing that's important is when your client gets it, anybody can talk, anybody can say things. I've interviewed loads of people who said things, lots of things, and actually never actually did what they said. Anybody can talk. Anybody can say that I can do this and I can clear that. I've told you this many of times. And then when they've gone for a healing session with them, actually it's still there. It never worked. But that person's a lovely person. I don't care. And it doesn't matter. You try different forms. You try things and I've got a little bit from that. I got a little bit from that. Oh, I don't like that, Mark, but I got a little bit. I got that from you. So I really enjoyed that. And I'm going to utilize that and try that. There's the point. Maybe what you didn't like out of that interview is something that you just disregard because that's not part of your journey. Stop disliking, but just saying, okay, that's great, but that's not for me. This is how I feel. That resonated with me, which means that is your consciousness saying, hey, that's the way we're going right now. That doesn't mean that what she said or anybody else says on my interviews is wrong. It just isn't right at that moment for you. Do you not understand that, guys? I know some of you might be listening to this video in the near future. I am not beating you. I am not being belittling. I'm just saying that you have to grow from this tunnel vision, this fear mindset. Be the healer that you are in any way that you want. Spread your wings and fly and learn from 1,000 and million people. Take the best of everything, but just stop judging the rest. Just stop judging. Stop pointing out negative all the time because your conversation is negative. It is not healing. I look at you and think you are not in a place of healing right now, which means don't heal anybody. So, and actually, I don't even need to say that because I know you won't be healing anybody. That's why you're angry. That's why you were looking for stuff to have a go at. One person actually said, why did I even bother coming to the Pure Energy Healing Academy when you're interviewing other people with even better techniques? I'm like, heartbroken for you. Really? Are you not? Like, it's just heartbreaking. Some of the best healings in the world, as so rightly said by Laura, are not there. You can't see them. And why? Because like me, for 20 years, I had my head down every day, too busy, working like a dog with clients, healing myself, working on myself, being fully booked, just like Laura, for 3 months to 6 months in the year, booked up. You couldn't get in unless it was an emergency. And then I had to ring my clients and try and shuffle everything around. I was packed. And we were doing great work. And there was a lot of healing taking place. I don't go out and brag every day. I don't post on the website every day of all the testimonials I have, which are thousands of testimonials saying, Mark, my cancer's gone. Oh, Mark, I can't believe this tumor, it's shrinking. Oh, Mark, the depression that my daughter had and traveled all the world and spent hundreds of thousands. After one healing session, she's finally starting to get stronger again. So what a miracle. I don't do that. You don't need to do that if you know you're doing the work. I don't need to promote myself in that way. What I do is say, what matters is the now. When I used to do readings, oh, Mark, could you remember you did a reading for me? You remember you told me this, you told me that, it all came true. It doesn't mean anything. What means something is now, this moment, what I do. So when I share 4 days with you, which I do online, and I have a course online, And I share that 4 days. What matters is what happens thereafter. How are you thereafter? How did you feel in that? If you ever have been on the Pure Energy Healing course online with all the people who are online learning 4 days of Pure Energy Healing, and you take a listen, in fact, I might even post it just to remind some of you of how powerful them 4 days are and what happened to those healers and what they did to their family and how their family healed themselves and how there was a new connection with clients and with people, and something happened within themselves. Have we so lost that connection and that gift and that light as healers? Has it been so long that we've completely lost that? Well, if you have, that's just like a healing session. You can heal somebody and make them feel better and give them that light. But if that light doesn't continue to shine, if you don't get up and continue to do the healing work, if you don't continue to heal yourself, then that light's going to damper and it's going to disappear, because it's an ongoing path, a journey. It's not a single pill you swallow and everything changes. So, 111 people watching. It just saddens me, that's all, that I get such sad messages when all I'm trying to do is share an understanding of somebody else's point of view. And hey guys, listen to it, believe it, don't believe it, love it, don't love it, it's okay. But do you want to stop everything other than it's just pure energy healing? That's it, I don't want to hear anything else. No problem, don't listen. Don't listen. Just move on to the 1,100 videos that I've made on my own. But pointing out one thing, I don't know. I just don't know. And sometimes it bewilders me. Have you been injected? I don't know. I just don't know anymore. So it's a little bit, it bewilders me. It bewilders me. It really does. And I'm so sorry for those who are in a bad place. I really am. But, you know, we can't heal the world. We can only heal ourselves. And if we're not willing to look at ourselves and work on ourselves, as we all have to and should do each day, then the world is going to get darker for you as an individual. Of course it is. So how are you all doing today? Are you all good today? Yes, it was a little bit of a rant, but I try and help people by rants sometimes to just make people think. Just if you've got nothing nice to say, you know, just don't say anything. If you've got something valid to say, then fair enough. If it's a valid point, you know, like, hi, Mark, interesting conversation with Laura. The fact that she said that, you know, demonic entities, they originally come from light, and we can talk to them and all that doesn't really resonate with me. I'd rather just heal it away. And so, yeah, brilliant. Great comment. Me too. I don't want to talk to demonic energy. I just want to heal. I want to clear it away. I tried the talking with demonic energy. It's just, it's negative. It takes you down the path of, same kind of path of Ouija board. So it makes no sense to me. Why would I talk to demonic if I don't want to do the Ouija board? If I don't want to even go anywhere near it, then why would I even want to consider talking to evil and demonic possession? I don't want to. And so, yeah, I get you. But there's ways of saying things. There's a way of approaching people. There's a way of, you know, but everybody goes from each place and finds a common denominator in healing, which is healing your client. So your client walks away and says, hey, Matt, do you remember when you gave me that healing session? Or, you know, hey, Brendan, that healing session, you know what? I'm starting to feel great now, mate. I don't know what you did, but I'm happy. Oh, I'll tell you what I did. I started talking to your demons. Oh, I started healing the light inside, the darkness inside you. It doesn't matter. You don't need to tell your client that. Just say, do you know what, mate? I'm so bloody happy. Should I come back again? I don't know. If you ever feel you need to come back, that door's always open for you, mate. Brendan, you're a lovely guy. Thank you. I'll definitely come back one day. I'm sure if I need you, you'll be the first person I think about. Well, if you don't, I'm happy because it means that you're still strong. And if you do come back, I'll be happy as well because that's my job. Isn't that beautiful? Why can't we just be like that as healers? Why can't we just have a beautiful way about ourselves instead of bringing ego and fear into anything? Because I can't be a healer if I've got ego or fear. If I've got ego that day, I ain't healing anybody because I'm not listening properly. If I've got fear that day, I ain't healing anybody because I can't feel anything that day. Because if you've got fear inside you, you cannot heal, because you cannot heal. Meaning that your body cannot heal if you've got fear in you. If you've got ego in you, you can't feel anything, because all you are is of ego energy. So there's you can't get out of that heavy energy otherwise. So fear and ego is a horrible energy. It's not good for you. You know, I got up this morning and I thought, what can I do to make a difference today? I didn't get up and say, what can I do to get clients? What can I do to make money? Right? I didn't get up and think that, because every time I get up and think that, if I ever did, nothing ever happened, because you're coming from the wrong place. Coming from the right place means that you want to do service in this world. You want to do good. You want to share. You want to be caring. You want to be kind, right? So ultimately, you share your gift with the world. That's what I did. So for 2 years before I became a pure energy healing practitioner, so to speak, I spent 2 years to 3 years of my life fully embracing the true nature of my life, which is understanding myself, healing myself, and working on clients to understand what this energy is, where it's coming from, what is light, what is dark, what is heavy, what is spirit trapped in between two worlds, what is attachment, what is demonic, what is the. So you learn. I had to learn. Oh, Mark, I'd like to pay you. Don't need to pay me. I'm learning. I'm learning. Yeah, but I'm healed. Doesn't matter. I'm glad you're healed. Thanks for that. But I'm learning. I'm writing it all down. 9 months I spent writing everything down. I had 3 books, I think maybe 4, writing everything down of every client, what they were going through and what they felt, what they said, past life, future life regression, all of the things that they were telling me, which, you know, are all labels. I don't use labels. It doesn't matter to me. None of them labels, because I don't want to be labeled with anything. Pure means pure. Energy means energy. Healing means healing. Right? I don't use any fancy words. Pure means pure. I just want to come from a pure place. Healing means healing. I just want to heal. Energy is just energy. Everything's energy. So pure energy healing there's no ego there. There's no practice. There's no set commands. There's no demands. There's no right or wrong. It's just pure, meaning that however you feel that you want to heal somebody, whether you hold their hand and send your love to them while you're listening to them, whether you want to lay them down so they feel comfortable and you want to give them a lovely hour so they just feel that 1 hour of them, and you want to make them feel better because you want to put a cover over them, or you just want to give them healing just for them, whatever, and how you want to, where you feel your hands go and where they need to go, and the love that you give them, as long as you're fit, both mind, body, and spirit, that's pretty pure to me. And I say you are a healer. And how you want to perceive yourself is however you want to perceive yourself. So pure energy healing doesn't say you should or shouldn't. Do whatever you want, as long as it's free from ego. As long as you're free from ego. Remember what you learned in the pure energy healings. Did you watch Mark? Was he ego? No, he was actually just getting out of the way and coming in and out and letting us get on with what we were doing. Well, how was he teaching us? Well, maybe he was teaching us in a different way. Maybe his teaching method is to allow us to know that whatever we're doing is right. Well, that can't be right because you don't know what you're doing. Funnily enough, I did actually know what I was doing, because actually he never looked at me and I wasn't worrying about what I was doing. So I was able to be myself and do what felt right for me. And this is how I did it. So it is right. And it's right for me. And maybe how he did it was actually quite a lovely way. Maybe it was like I've been for loads of sessions, loads of different places to learn how to heal. And they told me, you're doing it wrong. No, it's this way. It must be done that way. And I always felt like something was like wrong or missing us. It didn't feel quite right. But when I went to the Pure Energy Healing Academy, it was like, there is no pressure. There is no right and wrong. This is how it should be. This is how guidance is. Finding your own truth in what you're doing. Finding what feels right and wrong to you isn't right and wrong. It just is, okay, this feels right. But does that make it wrong what you did before? No, just this feels right now. But what you're doing today, mate, isn't what you did yesterday. Yeah, but it feels right what I'm doing now, which means that it makes more sense to me as somebody looking in from the outside that if you're doing the same thing, hands on, hands off, symbolism, this, that, on everybody, then is that it? Is it one set thing that you? But what about everybody else's different issues and problems? Surely, if you let all that go and go with the flow and feel it like you would choose a crystal just out of naturally choosing one because it feels right, then by somebody saying, "Oh no, you can't use that crystal. You're meant to use that crystal," but I felt I wanted to use that crystal. Well, you can't. Oh, what does that sound like? It sounds like, hang on a minute, there's a man and there's a woman. A man has a vagina and a man has a penis. No, you can't say that. You can't say that. Get out of school. You see what I mean? See how it's turning out? How the world is trying to manipulate us into doing and saying this is a draconian way. This is an SS Nazi way. It's either my way or the highway. Really? Well, I'll take the highway then. Really? Well, I think I'll walk that way because I believe in men and women, and I believe in a man has a penis and a woman has a vagina. That's it, period. You say whatever you want, you do whatever you want, but that's how I feel. And don't push me into telling me what to do. Don't force your stuff on me, because now you're telling me not to be and not to think. And that's where it's going. So just a message like was sent to me is trying to tell me in a way that they want me to stop. Don't advertise other people. Advertising? What you're talking about, advertising? You should be advertising pure energy healing. Who are you to tell me what I can and can't do? And who am I to tell you what you can and can't do? Do you see me telling you not to do this, not to do that? So why are you bringing that into this field of work, into this beautiful, pure energy healing world? You realize that you're not wanted if you're going to be like that and start spreading that kind of rumors. That's not pure energy. That's you. That's your brain set. That's not love. That doesn't come from love. So better you go and meditate for a while and look and see your reaction. Go back and read your message and see where that message came from. You'll see it came from either ego or fear, which is probably both. So, yeah, it feels like we're not growing. It feels like the world is getting more and more. I don't know. It's like curling up. It's like going back into a fetus position. Just get going in there. Just protect me. Keep me safe. Don't let anybody hurt me. Don't let anybody say anything. Don't let anybody. It's like, seriously? Where's the strength? Where's your power? Where's your knowing? If you fear somebody else's greatness, then it means that you have no greatness, no truth, no power within yourself. None at all. None at all. You can't have if that's what you fear. So there you go. Pure energy healing is a beautiful form of healing, and I'm sure Reiki healing is a beautiful form of healing for whoever goes there and enjoys it. I think pranic healing is a beautiful form of healing, and quantum healing, quantum energy healing with Laura is also beautiful. Everything is beautiful. Every form of learning as much as you can, like I did. And I share this in my pure energy healing. Like look at the desk. When you come here, look at everything on the desk. You know, what's the most powerful tool? Everybody's looking. The feather. Oh, your mum. Oh, the crystals. No, it's the nail clippers. Oh, what do you mean the nail clippers? Well, if your fingers are nicely cut, then when you're given a healing session like this, you're not looking at your nails thinking, oh shit, I need to cut my nails. So The nail clippers is the most powerful tool. It's a metaphor. Keep yourself clean. Keep your, cleanliness is close to godliness. Keep your room in good order, no clutter, nice and clean. Everything that you put in your room is beautiful. That makes you happy. Therefore, all thought is of pureness. No negativity, no distraction. You see? The pure energy healing technique is more about helping you be aware of who you are and what life is all about. It's not about a technique. Never has been. Never has been. It's not the important thing at all. The important thing is all the preparations up to it. Treat your client like a butterfly. Be a butterfly when you're working on your client. Don't cough. If you want to cough, go outside. Cough outside, then come back in. Don't look at your client moving up and down, being frightened. Don't look at your client huffing and puffing, thinking that, oh, they're not enjoying this. And stop. I share with you all the silly things that I were panicking about as a healer 20 years ago. I share all those moments of, oh, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I went through that. Although you might go through it, but you might then think, oh, I remember Mark saying that. He went through this. So everything that I share with you as a pure energy healer, and I am a healer just like you, no better, no worse. The only thing is if I'm full on working, okay, I'm understanding energy more. So, okay, this lady's had one jab. I understand her energy more. This guy's had 2 jabs. I'm understanding that. This person's had 4 jabs and 6 boosters. I understand that energy more, right? So you are in the energy of knowing things more than me because I don't work with that. I retired. So, but does that make you a better healer? No, it makes you more knowledgeable on what's going on at this moment. But if you put a client in front of me now and I gave her a healing session, I guarantee you I can go into healing mode instantly and start working on that client and then start to feel energy again, start to feel what's going on. Might not know what it is, might not be sure what's going on because I'm learning again the different form of energy and frequency and vibration that I'm working with to try and put the pieces together again. And it's a beautiful process. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I can't ever stop the world from being the way they are reacting. I have tried in the circle that I've been in, the friendships that I've created. I've tried to make aware of the most important thing to me is the knee-jerk reactions. How we react is our downfall. How we react is our karma. How we react is our downfall. When I say react, I mean negatively, fearfully, angrily. And I work on that. I'm open to that. I still have to work on that. I get sad when I see people saying, I like to shake my head thinking, have you not learned anything? Did you not learn anything after them 4 days? Did you not put into practice anything? Or are you like just 95% of the world just going out? Tony Robbins, great, I need another fix. Tony Robbins, I need another ayahuasca. I need another healing session. I need another fix. I need another fix. I need another fix. No, mate, you don't need another fix. You need to work on yourself. You don't need ayahuasca. You need to work on yourself and meditate and heal yourself and feel and understand your reactions and work and heal and work on yourself. Or else all you'll ever be is one who's just looking for the next fix or the next healing method. And then you get sad again because it's not working. Well, it's not that it's not working. It's just that you haven't put in the time. You haven't worked at it. You haven't continued it. You haven't even give it enough time. Yeah. What you've been doing it, what, a year and a half? I mean, after 3 years, I was still kind of like, okay, am I ready? Am I ready to now go down to one of the healing shows and actually do this? Am I ready? Am I really ready to do this? I even question myself, even after those 3 years of doing lots and lots of healing sessions on people with cancer. Am I now going to put myself out in the public eye and say, okay, I am a healer? It's easy when you're in your own room doing it and people are just coming to you anyway, and, you know, not going to the big shows in London or wherever it is you go. So everybody wants things. Everybody wants to be a now. now, 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 now. Everybody wants a quick TikTok fix. Everybody wants a quick fix. Everybody wants this. It's like, why can't you see that technology is taking over? Is absolutely brainwashing us and influencing us. Can we not see that the greatest battle we have is between light and dark? And darkness is infiltrating us by telling us, by infiltrating the brain, by telling us we're not good enough. We need to fight. We need to grab. We need more. We fear not having anything. We fear somebody being better than us. We fear not being the best. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. See where that gets you. I'll tell you where it gets you. It gets you like this, doing nothing but just doing this, or the dog doing this, chasing his tail, getting nowhere. And I totally understand why the Buddha went and sat under a tree on his own. Totally. I get it. I completely get it. I completely get it why Jesus, if there was a Jesus, got up from Nazareth and says, stuff this shit. I am never going to be the person that I know I am inside me. If I'm here, I'm just going to be Joseph's dad and Mary, my mom, and that's it. That's who I am. Nobody else is going to consider me anything else. I can't be who I'm meant to be unless I go and find myself. And when people ask me who I am, this is who I am. Okay. Well, I don't even know who you are, but what you're saying makes sense and I'm feeling it. And yeah. And then the next person says, no, he's Mary's son. Even though it wasn't, because apparently it was. Anyway, but you see what I mean? So I know this wasn't an empowering talk, but I have to say, I think we all have to learn to try and find some kind of light within our day. We have to find some kind of happiness and joy. And even in the darkest of darkness in our mind, can we not find a solution, a resolution? Can we not find some positive in the most darkest moments? Can we not try and create to dispel the fear and the negativity that lies within our mind to overcome the way we are and the fear? We have to find some kind of tool to help us. My tool is really simple. It's called Sage. Sage myself down. I use Agua de Florida. I use my oils, my incense, and I wear crystals. I hold crystals. And I just feel positive. I'm wearing, right now I'm wearing, this saved my life the other day, by the way. I swear to God, it saved my life. I am not joking. I'll tell you the story. I try and lighten up today a little bit, but there you go. It's actually on the website for sale, but who cares? I've got it around my neck. That's my perks. So if it sells, then I'll clean it up and it'll go on the website, and it's got a lot of healing energy attached to it, but as all my crystals have. But so I don't know why when I went on the quiet to ballet, because you can't do these things, but I was clever. I boxed clever. I did certain things, but I did certain things, right, that got me into ballet, and I don't care. And I went there for one reason or other. It was a while, so long ago, but it was a while ago, and I got in there and happy to be there. And I do, and I will say this, that there is such thing as spike protein. And if you're on a plane, I do believe you can get it, and you can feel that spike protein in you, and it can start to hurt and damage you. I had to fight that off and take either mech and a tin, and I did, and cleared it in 3 days. I back strong in 3 days, and then went on another plane to get some t-shirts to Bangkok. Then I got it again for another 3 days. So it was after I came off each plane. So just be a bit aware of planes, and yeah, it can be that way. I'm sorry, but it can. So my body's strong enough, and I knew I could fight it off, and I did. Got a lot of head pain, as you do, So you see, these are my understandings. This is my experience. I'm not talking about other people and what they say. I talk about my experiences as the pure energy healer. It's my experience. Everything that I share with you isn't from other people. It's from my experience. So when you're with somebody, and I kept away from people when everybody was getting the jab, you could see my frustration, but it wasn't frustration. My body, somebody's here. Somebody's here in the room. No, it's not noises. Somebody's here in the room. Spirits in the room. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. I don't care. Anyway, I don't care. So I did lives. And I went, oh my God, I got to get away from this person. And people were inboxing me saying, you're not a very nice person, Mark. If I was sat there, and I say, it depends what energy you was giving off for me to stay or go. And I realize now, completely understand why. My consciousness was saying that whatever their energy, their frequency is bad, and they're not well, and they're kicking off an energy as well as spike protein. So when you are around somebody who's heavily jabbed and just recently jabbed, you get a slight headache or a massive headache, or a lot of people do. And so did I when I was around people who had, and I could tell straight away. Some of my friends, I've said, you've had jab, haven't you? And they say, yeah, how do you know? I says, because I've got a fucking headache. I'm going. And I'm saying, I'm sorry, I've got to go. And I did. And they thought I was awful. No, I'm not awful. I'm not standing around feeling that energy and that spike protein. Okay. And by the way, it's now being clarified. It's been scientifically proven that people give off spike protein. That isn't a lie. That is truth. That isn't hocus pocus. So when you're on a plane and everybody's jabbed, you're going to get all that spike protein, and it's going to cause an issue in your body. So it's going to feel like you're coming down with a flu. But what it is your body's trying to heal and reject it and clear it from you. And that's what I did. And yeah. So yeah, I went to Bali. I don't know what I was talking about. It's gone now. I went to Bali and oh yeah, I went to Bali, and I don't know why I went to Bali, and it was weird, but I had this funny feeling that I needed to speak to this guy, and I ended up speaking to the guy called Tom. Anyway, I realized then why I went, because he'd got quite a few animals, and it was, you know how hard it is in Bali, that a lot of people have had nothing. They were really struggling. They couldn't even eat because of Bali. You can't make any money in Bali if tourists aren't there. Well, they close the place down. So it's 99% tourists. That's where they make the money. So when I got there, I realized that, you know, he was so lucky to have a vet that gave him a tab, and he used his tab up. He couldn't go any back anymore. So I ended up paying the tab. I ended up meeting him and thought, okay, now I know why I'm here. I make money. I can afford. So I paid off that. Some of you already know this. I mentioned it. But I was driving on my motorbike, and I remember thinking about this big elephant that I saw. I went back, and it took me ages. And driving around outskirts of Ubud, and then I found it. This beautiful artist. And I ended up buying 3 pieces, one behind me there, which is the elephant head, and another elephant, which is huge, across. That's in the house now. And then one outside. So they brought this big elephant outside. Oh, yeah, we're talking about this. But they brought this elephant outside and left it there in the crate. And I said, don't touch it. I want to rip it all apart because I don't want anybody to damage it. So I ripped it all apart, cut all the wood and got it all ready. But then it's on a base. On a wood base, so that the crane could lift it up. So there's a pallet underneath. So now I have to lift this 1-ton tree trunk down. So I used to have an auction house, so I know how to lift and move things. So I know how to side by side, and it was really heavy, but I was side by side slowly. And then I thought, okay, I need to get it down off the pallet. And the pallet wasn't that high. It was about that high. What I didn't realize when I'm getting it down, I'm thinking it's going to hit the floor any second. It didn't. And it came down on me more and more and more. And as it came down on me, I'm shouting to my partner, and she was inside. And I went as low as I could. And then I had no choice, but I had to fall back. So imagine 1 ton falling on top of you. The trunk, one of the trunks, snapped, but saved me from being fully crushed. It crushed my legs and my foot. So my leg, this leg was purple, and my foot I couldn't walk properly. And when the guys, my partner helped try to lift it up, just managed with all the strength to try and lift it partly, and I managed to pull my foot out. So I wasn't very good then for a few days. I was doing a lot of healing on myself. But the day they came, we invited 4 strong men to come and lift it back up. All 4 of them struggled to lift it up. And they got it up, and they said they can't believe how that didn't kill me. And I know why it didn't kill me, because I'm meant to be here, and I'm meant to be talking to you now, and I'm still got some work to do. It's not about me enjoying my life. It's about I still have work to do. And I looked at the elephant on the floor for 5 days, and I kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a miracle. Thank you. It's a miracle. I don't care how much it cost. I don't care about the broken trunk. None of that matters. My body mattered at that moment. And I was thankful to be saved at that moment. And I had this on. And funnily enough, I made a video 2 days before on pyrite. And I actually added to the pyrite the word, and I've never added the word before, because I didn't want to add the word luck. Everybody says it. But I do believe pyrite is one of the most luckiest crystals in the world. It brings abundance 100%. But it's also a lucky crystal. And I couldn't help but being in pain and like crying with tears in my eyes and this dangling. And I said to my partner, I can't believe I've got this crystal on, because it's the crystal of luck. And now it's just confirmation today how lucky I was, because she looked at it and everybody else looked at it and said, you should be dead. Can you imagine? If I'm going to go with an elephant killing me. Well, if you're going to go, you might as well go in style. Bloody trunk. So, yeah. By the way, I'm not selling crystals by telling you. I'm just telling you a true story, because what I will get is people saying, you use stories to sell anything, won't you? And it's incredible how many people always look at the negative, or always trying to find fault in what I say and do. And it seems to be a constant daily thing now. It's incredible. And I realize that they do this because they're trying to stop me from speaking. And they don't even realize that the darkness is actually inside them, as whatever you call it, darkness, entities, attachments. And I understand this. And why I say this right now, I didn't need to say that last bit, but I say it to remind people. And a lot of the times people say, you don't need to say that, Matt. Yeah, I do. I need to tell that person who is about to say that and type it out and write it down in the inbox so nobody else sees it. So that's how it works, guys. But the thing is, when you become successful because you speak the truth, and people like that, people hate that, who are not successful and can't find it in them to be themselves or the strength to speak their truth. I have no fear of speaking the truth, because I have no repercussions of anybody. If I get taken away by the police, I don't care. Stick me in a prison, I don't care. Then it means it's my time to see how strong I truly am. Are you really who you say you are? Get myself in a prison and see, because in a prison there is darkness, there is entities, there is evil there. So am I able to meditate through it and not have fear and worry? That will be my test to see if I really am who I'm meant to be. Am I really who I preach to be? I want to know that myself. But do I want to go to prison? No. Do I want to die of cancer? Not really. I don't want to feel that pain, but if I have to, I will, and I'll work through it. If I get cancer, am I going to take any kind of precautions? Yeah, and they're all going to be natural. Every single thing will be natural. Every single thing will be natural. And how many people, when it happens to them, run petrified to the mainstream? I've seen too much pain and suffering to know what's right and what's wrong. I wish you all a lovely day, guys. I wanted to make a live because it's been a couple of days since I haven't. I hope if I have touched you and you're even more angrier, then good for you. You keep being angry, or maybe just look inside and ask why you're angry. You'll probably find that nobody was there to hurt you. Nobody's there to make you angry. It's just to help you find the inner trauma that we all hold deep within us. Reactions are simply a trauma that needs to be healed. Everybody knows this now, but we need to actually practice what we preach. So there you go. On a side note, please remember, for anybody who has no money, and this is only for people who have no money, and I'm watching, there are crystals on my website at €1, which will come up as and when the beautiful team upload them. So there'll be normal price, and then there's people who have money but not too much. There's special offers. And then there's people who have no money at all, and then they pay €1 for a crystal that might be €100, €150. I'll put it at €1, and then you buy it at €1 and we send it to you free. And that's my way of getting around the scallywags who are trying to, who did, it was horrendous. They jumped on this idea of Mark is now offering people free this and that. Just send him a message or he'll message you. So people were pretending to be me, saying, oh yeah, I can send you a crystal, but you need to send me €40 for delivery. And then they realized it wasn't me. And literally thousands of people lost thousands of pounds. Lots of people were even sending money to there was 3 Indian guys were making thousands a week, making up stories saying, I need your help. One lady sent €1,000 because she felt so sorry for him, even though that the message looked like it was written by somebody who couldn't write properly. But then they said, I've got dyslexia. So they're very clever. So now I don't send people messages. I don't offer any crystals other than if you go to my website, just keep scrolling, and one day you might see a crystal come up with €1. If you haven't got any money, it's there for you as a gift. So these things we have to box clever and try to help that way. Also, I do help people in other ways as much as I can, and I will always do that. On a side note, I bought them 3 sculptures I didn't need. I didn't really want him. Like, it costs so much money to get here. So much money. It was like, why did I do that? But I'll tell you why I did it, right? I went into that shop and bought them without thinking, went to my bank in Bali, drew out all my money, took it down there and counted it out in front of them. It was thousands. So what I was putting on the table in dollars was enough money to feed that family. And you see, in Bali, it's not really a family. This is what I love about Bali. And it's a bit like Spain, really. They look after their grandmas. They take care of the family. But in Bali, it's even more special. So you have 3 temples in Bali. You have a main temple for the area, a temple for a community, and a temple for a family. So the temple for a family means that you've got one house here, one house next to it, one house next to it, one house next to it, and they're all brother, sister, cousins, uncles, grandmas, granddads, all living in, and that's called the family. And then you've got the community of all the families. So all the family, after I put that money down, all the family came and they were crying. All the family were crying. I'm saying, no, don't cry. It's all good. This is true. They were all crying. And I gave them the money, and then I said, we'll send somebody here. And they said, oh, we'll clean the base and we'll do this. And please, oh, we're so thankful. It's okay. They hadn't sold anything for 3 years, right? Nothing. So I don't know what they were living on. They had enough money now for food for 1 year for all of the family, all the family. I got on my motorbike, not even thinking about why I did it. But as I went down, found a way to turn back on myself on my motorbike when all the cars had gone. I started driving up, and as I'm driving up, I'm looking at all of the family had come out on the road and they were all waving. And I swear to God, guys, it's like my heart just, you can't even explain what healing took place at that moment, what love was given, even though it was monetary value, it was given in a way that made a difference. And it was done from love. It wasn't done from should I, shouldn't I. It's just, I need to do this. It would have been, well, no, it wouldn't. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But let's say that I didn't go to ballet because I went for T-shirts. I didn't go to ballet to buy anything or for a holiday, nothing like that. I didn't even feel like it. It felt like a nightmare at some points. But I tell you this, I know why I went. And it was following your heart without even questioning and doing the right thing. And that's what I do every day. I just do the right thing, or I feel I do the right thing. And at the same time, being balanced and know that I have 6, 7, 8 staff. I have a family in Bali to feed who work on my crystals every day and I fed them through the whole of the pandemic, scamdemic. All of those family of silversmiths, they are, when I go there, they are like so thankful. So everything that I do, and I do because I'm not saying I'm doing it because I did it, because I couldn't do it if you didn't say or didn't think he's actually not a crook. He's not all about selling. I like him, and I actually like his products. I like his oils. I like his incense. I like his oils. I like his videos. I like his healing sessions. So I'm going to support him because he supports me. This helps me. So you then buy something, and then I then do the honorable thing of helping as many people as I can. So it's a kind of win-win to me every time. Have I done well? Yeah, I've done really well. I can't not say I haven't done well. Have I worked hard for it? Well, you just need to watch my videos every day. I have been consistent every day with you guys. You know me inside and out. You've seen my happy days. You've seen my sad days. You've seen my angry days. You've seen my heartbroken days. You've seen my shining days. You see that I'm doing healing sessions live. I try and bring people on to share. Never have I asked for anything for all the hours, the thousands upon thousands of hours that I've given on my YouTube channel and everywhere else that I do daily. So do I feel in any way that I am a cheat or a fraud or a scammer? No. Do I take money off people because they want to give me money? No. Send it back. Don't want it. I want to give you this money. I want to give you my house, Mark. When I die, I don't want your house. Give it to somebody else. Give it to somebody that you love. No, not me. I don't need it. I'm doing fine, thank you. And I watch on social media. I listen to my friends. If anybody's down, if something's gone wrong, if their car's broken down, I'm there. I do what I can. So I'm proud. I sleep every night without a single thought and worry about anything. That's the truth. My family always know I'm there, but my family don't need anything because my family is self-sufficient because they've got the kind of morals that I have, which is work. Get up off your ass and work every day and work hard. And that's good. Keeps your mind strong. always be kind to people. Don't ever rip anybody off. Don't ever do anything which is wrong and feels wrong in your heart. Don't ever do anything against what your spirit, your soul, your consciousness tells you not to. Never do that. Never compromise, even if the system or the law tells you it's legal. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fraud people. Don't be nasty. Don't try and trick people. Don't do it. And that's how I sleep well on a night. That's how I can easily talk. That's how I can talk. So he without sin cast the first stone, but it tends to be so many people are casting stones, even though that they are the biggest frauds and the worst kind of people in the world, who won't get up and do anything for themselves, who expect more every time I do something. It's not enough, Mark. It's not enough. Well, why don't you go and do something yourself? Why don't you, if you weren't happy with the amount of interviews I do that I get excited for, why don't you just go and follow them and then listen to them now? Why does it have to be, oh, I'm not happy with what you did, you should have done something else? Why don't you go and follow Laura today? Go and listen to everything. Go and learn from her. Go and study from her. Oh, no, it wasn't enough, Mark. It's your fault. You just talk too much. You don't get in it. Well, just go and say hello to her and talk to her. Is that all? Is that the best you can do? Is that all you've got? Is it all criticism that's coming out of your mouth? Is that the best you are? How about it was great? It was a lovely conversation. It was kind of like you were all over the place, but it was, I could see you're not an interviewer. Of course I'm not an interviewer. I'm a healer. And I'm 55 years old. I'm not a young, sparkly, young generation, brilliant Joe Rogan. I'm 55. I'm getting by. I'm doing my best. And most of my day is encouraging people all day long. It doesn't matter. You did your best. Go for it. You're doing great. Keep going because you're doing brilliant. Keep up the good work. That's my word. That's my voice. That's my truth every day. And people just don't get it. They still revert back to being something else. And it is sad. It bloody is sad. It really is. I don't truly ever want to ignore anybody because they have a right. But surely, as somebody who shares information of the work that I do, if surely somebody's watching me because they want to feel better and be happy and joyful, then surely you should take the good from what I'm doing and saying and try to apply it into your life. And if you don't like what I'm saying, don't apply it into your life. But don't change me. Don't try and change me. You will not ever see me come to you and attack you. The only time I will defend myself, because that's all I'm doing, I'm defending myself, is when you attack me. But you will never see me attacking you for anything you say and do. Never. That's the difference. So I'm wishing you all a lovely day. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm wishing you all a lovely day. I really am. So let me just have a look at some of the comments today. Yeah, we're allowed to agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm wishing you all a great day, guys. I'm going to do some work now. I've got some beautiful crystals that I'm working on today. So I'm going to get on with that. Take care. Have a great day, guys. Love you all. Thanks for joining me today. 141 gorgeous souls. Have a great day. 1 hour and 14 minutes. Wow. Flipping heck. What has that been 1 hour and 14 minutes? Jesus Christ, I can talk. Oh, yes, I can talk. Have a great day, guys. Love you all. Take care. Bye for now. Ciao, ciao. Bye.